Beautiful day. Beautiful day. This is Vital Tool. He wanted to start banging on stuff all the time. Neighbor, I think he been retired for like a decade or six. A decade or six. Most of my neighbors been retired for like a decade or six. Well, maybe 4 decades. That's great when you can say I've been retired for 4 decades. Mm. Hey, that's my neighbor stuff in the background. They probably want to try to ban my live because there's some music in the background. But guess what? Between the banging and the whole point of this live was me talking about sometimes you got to burn some bridges because you can't block God's blessings. And God got a story meant for you that, some bridges ain't meant to cross, some bridges are meant to be tore down, and some bridges are meant to be repaired. You just got to know. But if you don't have that good relationship with God where you can talk to him and listen and, you know, understand how amazing it can be if you just open your palate of understanding and take heed to the words. I had a friend tell me today, she was like, you gotta, understand your cause and what you got going on. But you don't want to burn any bridges. I had to tell her, I love you. Thank you for looking out for me because you're right in certain aspects. But me, it's not my story. God wrote this story for me. I'm just playing my role and my part. And I have to follow, some people don't take heed to it. It took me a long time. It took me cycles and rights and recycles of life to, figure it out, make it make sense. But there are seasons and reasons and times for everybody in your life. There is, and I understand that. And I'm happy that I understand that. Everybody ain't meant to go with you. But like she said, you don't want to burn bridges. I'm like, as I walk in faith, I've been transparent, open. Um, I want to say vulnerable, but God be protecting me. I mean, I just be feeling so blessed. I just take the simple steps and just want to let other people figure out their own path. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what's right for you. You can't live according to. I mean, some things happen. Some things happen in your area or your part of the country, world that don't happen in another part. It's not normal in another part. But in your part of the world, shit's normal. For marriage, for example. Marriage in the Bible is different. Marriage in the Middle East is different. Marriage in um, Europe is different. Marriage in the South is different from marriage in the North. But I'm just saying, I know. Back to not burning bridges. I have to keep a note to myself. This conversation is about not burning bridges. But like I said, it's not always about the bridge. It's some things that you have to do for yourself and understand the consequences to all your actions. There we go. You got to understand the consequences to your actions because if you don't understand that there are consequences to your actions and going in blindly, it's going to hurt a lot more than if you go in knowing And that's the thing where it'd be hard to explain to your friends of different races or why you struggle and why you fight, because they can kind of see it, and then you got some great ones that rally behind you and for you. But at the same time, you got people of your own. I got people of my own color that look like me, people of the same sex, everything. Everything ain't for everybody. And it's how you burn bridges. Sometimes you can burn bridges. You got to understand that there's karma. Karma is a bad Mickey Flicky. But everyone is an individual first and foremost. And you have to take care of you before you can take care of anyone else. That goes for if you're a parent and you say my child comes first or my husband comes first or this or this or that. Those are some unwritten rules and spoken rules. It's pretty weird. They out here in these trucks today. The men's is fun plan of your life. Oh, I paused. I had a brain fart. I'm sorry, but back to my brain. Just understand, it's okay to burn some bridges. You got to burn bridges in life sometimes. It's how you burn those bridges. It's the right way and the wrong way to do everything. You know what I'm saying? When you do shit with malicious intent, the Bible tell you that shit's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I can say about that one. God has a plan, and your plan ain't everybody else's plan. It's when you get egos and attitudes and entitlement and those things like that. That goes with that evil, like I said. It's a good way and a bad way. Two sides to every coin. Up and there's down. You know? I know I ain't the brightest biscuit in the oven, but I've learned a few things over these last 43 go rounds of life. Not all good, not all bad. But it's so freeing. You heard that in the back? Free. Because losing everything, the sun, y'all said them right words, Elton and Mike, Elton John. Mm, don't let the sun. That is so true. You can't. You gotta hey, just remember, do what you do with purpose, integrity. I was gonna say dignity, but I get a little uncouth sometimes. But that's how we gotta do it. Not for just me. It's history. It's news. In my opinion, it's the American way. That's what she get it done. Does.